welcome to this edition of Chalk Talk. I'm Melody Barnett. We begin our show with special congratulations to our 3 Students of the Year. The Student of the Year program, sponsored by the State Department of Education, is based on student-prepared portfolios that demonstrate academic achievement, extracurricular activities, leadership skills, and citizenship. Zachary Wells, a recent graduate of Pearl River High School, received the honor of not only being named Student of the Year for the parish and the region, but was also a state finalist. Zach is a determined individual who approaches everything he does with the intent of absolute success.
We have bonded together through adversity to form an everlasting link. It is this bond that will be our class's most endearing accomplishment.
Zach seems to already at his young age know, what he wants to do. He has a sense of wanting to help people. He has a sense of a confidence about himself.
He was the instigator of my adding them into my pre-cal class, where that this year they could take trig first semester along with AP Calculus and get calculus credit in high school.
And so I approached Ms. Thornton beginning of the end of first semester for the beginning of second semester to see if we could take pre-calculus, so we could take calculus and trig in the fall of my senior year. And she thought it was a great idea, and she saw it as a way to get a lot more kids interested in the calculus program here. So it really worked out great. We have one of the biggest calculus classes we've ever had at the school.
He's conscientious. He asks questions, and by asking questions, he asks questions that really helps me to teach. And he'll ask a question that gets a discussion started that helps us to further the instruction that I'm trying to get across.
You have news.
The princess is back, not a scratch on her.
And that thieving boy from the marketplace.
In custody with several scratches.
Excellent.
Yeah,
and it surprised me that he went into theater in a way, because usually somebody that does well in the academic line usually does not go over into the acting line. But like I said, he's well-rounded and he fits in both categories.
I wanted a lead role, and I knew that if I was going to get a lead role, I had to sing. So I just kind of forced myself to try it and just kind of step off that ledge and see what happened. And I was Jafar, the evil guy, the bad guy in the whole thing. And that was a lot of fun because I didn't know I could sing until then. It was kind of a whole big experience. I'd never really acted before I did the senior play, and especially being around all the seniors that I've grown up with for the last 4 years, it was a real great experience for me. I loved it. If I was talking to a group of freshmen that were coming into high school, I'd tell them the most important thing to do to make your high school experience the best that it can be is to get involved in something that you like. I know not all students are going to be really gifted in everything, but there's always something in high school, especially here where there's so many different activities you can do that they can enjoy and really get into, and meet a lot of people in the high school that have those similar interests. It makes high school a much more positive experience.
We're going to miss him around here because he does a lot of things for us, and he keeps the students here. They have something to look up to.
I was real shy my freshman and some of my sophomore year, but then as I got more involved with everyone around me and got into more activities, I got to know the whole community a lot better, and since then I've really grown to love Pearl River and all of it has to offer.
Alex Piazza, the Junior High Student of the Year for the parish, attended Fontainebleau Junior High School the year he received the honor. Alex places a strong emphasis on family, community, and faith as being the defining factors of his character.
He does it pretty naturally. He's not trying to be Student of the Year, and I think that's one of the things that makes him a strong candidate.
Alex is not only an excellent student, he's an excellent person.
These opportunities were provided for him in St. Tammany Parish.
Student of the Year is all about intangibles because a lot of students are great students. They've got tremendous grade point average, That's one of the first things. You've got to be academically fit to do it. But being Student of the Year here, which we take very seriously because we spend a whole week interviewing Student of the Year candidates, and they've got to have a good interview, and they've got to present themselves well, they've got to be poised. And they've got to have those intangibles I talked about. Those would be doing things outside of just going to class every day and being a student. Of course, Alex is one of those kids who has a lot of that.
Of course, my mom and my dad have really pushed me to be the best person that I can, to play sports. My dad really encouraged me with music, so did my mom. They've just wanted me to do as much as I can to have fun while I'm in school and to also learn as much as I can.
He's one of those kids that really enlightens the class. He's the child that doesn't have to lead everything, but is a great follower as well. He allows other people to be themselves. He's not going to try to bully someone into his opinion, but he's not also going to take someone else's opinion just on face value.
He's pretty serious about academics, but at the same time, he's a kid. He likes to have fun. He's involved in things outside of just that. He's a kid who's in the band here. I know him as a pretty good trombone player. He plays both electric bass in the jazz band. He plays upright bass as well. He is a starter on the FJH soccer team.
I would say the clubs help my academic success because what they look for is club involvement, but it's just made me want to come to school more, want to learn more so I can stay in the clubs.
Well, I'd like to take all the credit, but I can't. He's just a self-motivated person, which I think is probably one of, his best qualities. My husband and I have never had to push him academically. He, knows what he has to get done, and he does it.
I'm just really thankful that in St. Tammany Parish, education, the arts, extracurricular activities are held to be very important in our society, in our community in St. Tammany.
I'm glad he's been a student here at Fontainebleau Junior High. I hope we have a few more like him, maybe a whole bunch more like him as the years go on.
Abigal Gardner, the elementary school student of the year for St. Tammany Parish, attends Tchefuncte Middle School. She is interested in music and theater and enjoys volunteering in her community, using her talents to make a difference.
Abigail is really an all-around student, and she's all around because she's got the components of being academic goals, community service goals, and just being a citizen. She's a good citizen to her fellow students and her peers, and just knowing what it means to be a good citizen. Academically, she's an honor roll student. She excels, she knows what she wants to accomplish, and she sets her goals high, and she goes for those goals.
It's important to make good grades because if you make good grades, when you get older, you'll make really good grades, and then you can get into a good college and have a good education and get a good job.
And when you're in a classroom, some students just get it, and some have to work a little bit for it, and she works for her grades. She just does, it just doesn't come just because she's there. She brings it home, she'll rewrite notes. She's the type of student that will tab all the pages. If you say you have an open book test and you give the study guide, she's got it tabbed the day of the test when she goes.
Tell me when I can play it.
Go ahead.
She is just extremely talented in a variety of areas. She's a talented music student.
I love playing the piano, and I love playing that song. It's so fun to play because you get to be soft and loud and really just going, really moving and grooving to it, and it's fun.
She is hopefully soon to be a talented theater student.
I like acting because I do musicals, so it's singing and dancing and acting and playing piano and musical instruments the whole time, so it's mainly doing everything combined. That's why I just love acting and musicals and being in them.
I like to tell her that dynamite comes in small packages because she is full of dynamite. So she excels academically, but she's talented in her drama and in her music.
She's effervescent in that her personality. When you walk down the hallway, you see that little gleam in her eye, and she's always so personable and friendly, not just to the children that she knows that are what she would call her friends, but to other children. She has a unique sense of knowing when children need that extra care, and she helps with special needs students in her classrooms and in our school. And I think that's really a highlight to her because she works in the community.
Well, it's really important to be involved in your community because you can make a really big difference if you help.
And so she has that unique characteristic at a young age of understanding what it means to give back to others that you really gain so much from. And that's a special part of Abigail.
She just is a natural leader, you know, and she's not bossy about it. She's not insulting about it. She's just, this is where we need to go, and this is how I think we ought to get here.
Well, you know, Abigail, the sky's the limit for her. She is definitely a goal setter. And so if she wants to accomplish anything in her life, I see that when she sets her mind to it, she will achieve those goals.
I have definitely thought about being a neonatal nurse or a special needs music teacher or a star on Broadway. You got to throw that one in.
Several very experienced employees retired recently from our school system. Supervisor of Elementary Instruction Marian Arrowsmith and Principals Gwen Doyle, Jane Freeman, Donna Lusignan, and Cynthia Russel have all devoted several decades of their lives to the school system. They leave behind a legacy of hard work, dedication, and a sincere love for learning that will impact students and teachers for many years to come.
Overall, I just feel so fortunate because I knew when I was 5 years old what I wanted to do. Never dreamed I would do all the things in education that I've done, but I knew that I wanted to teach, and I never lost that drive.
In 1987, Woodlake was to be a new school, and Marian was appointed principal.
It means that Miss Arrowsmith was the one who was the first principal ever at Woodlake. And Miss Arrowsmith, I could probably go on and on and on about you for a long time, but instead, I'm going to ask you, could you please come and lead your last morning meeting at Woodlake this morning for us? Boys and girls, make a path.
Morning meeting was a philosophy that she had learned, and this is where all the children and all the teachers meet together before school starts. That way we can have announcements of things that are going to be going on in school. But we also wanted it to be a time where children can share, and they would do good citizens. They would also come up in front of a microphone and announce their birthdays.
Everybody at Woodlake is so polite and so nice, and that's what makes it a good school. It's all the people. Okay, anybody with a birthday today?
It really developed a sense of community. There were a lot of wonderful things that happened in morning meeting. You never knew what was going to happen. You never knew who would show up. Parents were always invited.
We were able to bring in kids that had been at Woodlake years ago, and they were able to tell about some of their experiences that they had had through morning meeting.
Having the students come back was extremely touching. Of course, a lot of them I wouldn't have recognized because they had changed so much since they were 8 or 9 years old, but I was very touched that they came back and that the things they remembered. It was interesting how many of them had served on student council. But it's also exciting for me to see now teachers that are teaching in our school district who went through Woodlake.
Can y'all tell me what you're doing today?
Marian Arrowsmith is the person who has brought the early childhood program to life here in St. Tammany Parish. And her efforts don't stop there. Truly, she's known across the state. She focuses on collaboration with other early childhood programs, for example, with Head Start. She serves on the Head Start board till she retires, but she has been serving on the Head Start board for years. So she truly looks at early childhood for all young children.
I have a question. Can you help me?
Marian was an influence within the whole parish of bringing in transitional first classes all over the parish. So we reduced the number of failure of first graders by having them given a gift of time and go into transitional first grade.
Marian's philosophy is, it's not me, but we that matters. Marian's philosophy is when we join hands together, she's not one to take a whole lot of credit personally, but she always has the people who work for her or with her or team together. Marian is not so much a boss, but a leader. And she pulls us together and we join hands. And when it becomes we become very powerful.
She was one that made us continue to strive to be our best. And that's being part of St. Tammany Parish, is doing our very, very best.
Our schools should be some of the happiest places in the world to me. I mean, learning is fun, it's exciting, and we want our children to want to be there.
She felt like a child needed to have a very good self-esteem, and through a self-esteem they feel good about themselves. Coming to school, then it would be fun for learning. Our school was always having fun activities for the children to learn. It was a busy place, and that's what made, I think, Woodlake a good school. I look at Marian as a leader. I think that should be her legacy. She has led teachers to become better teachers. She has always strived for them to do their best to continue their education, to expand on their knowledge. We believed in communication and collaboration. There was always meetings to go to make things better.
And she thrives on having people who work for her shine. She really brings out the best in all of us. So even though Marian is leaving us physically, she's left a legacy behind, and she'll never be gone from us. So it's through her dedication to young children and their families that we have the great early childhood program that we have today here in St. Tammany Parish.
And I have been extremely fortunate in my life to be at certain places at certain times and have had wonderful opportunities in my career. I couldn't have asked for more.
My 35 years here at Pine View Middle, it's been wonderful.
Mrs. Russel has taught me how to be firm yet kind, gentle and compassionate, no matter what the situation is.
I have been here for 13 years, but I've taught in many schools and many places. And she is the most refreshing person to work for I have ever had.
It has been nice being in the same community, working as a teacher, and then going from that as administrator. Right now I have moms that are coming through, so I'm teaching their children, so it has been very rewarding.
She has shown respect to us as teachers and professionals. I've seen respect shown to the parents, to the children most importantly.
I've enjoyed it immensely. I mean, they make my day when I walk in through those doors, and they make you, they come with their smiles, what they want to offer, and in turn, 6 hours that we have them to give them that nurturing environment.
An atmosphere of can-do, and there's nothing that she won't do and hasn't done for all of us.
I trust her, I respect her, and I genuinely like her. And you do not find that combination in a boss very often in a lifetime, and she is truly unique. We shall miss her desperately.
This thing, wonderful staff and students that have made every day special, coming to work every day. I was one very few absentees. I enjoy my job, and I come with that attitude. It's a new day, positive attitude, and that's what has made my every day here special at Pine View Middle School.
I think one of the best decisions I ever made was moving to St. Tammany and applying for the school system here. The central office staff is very supportive. Like I said, the teachers are excellent. The students and the parents are great. You know, it's been one of the best things I've ever done.
She lends an ear to everything and everybody. You know, she has that way of listening to what they have to say. And I think people feel like that she really is listening to what they have to say, and that's a great characteristic.
We have a pledge team each week, and I go into the classrooms and I read with the students. You know, I go out there at recess and talk with the students. Lots of hugs at the elementary level. That's what we always look forward to.
It's always been a very positive attitude, very team-oriented. You know, input of the teachers is rated very highly. Parents, students. She listens to everything they have to say and takes that, you know, really to heart, you know, in making her decisions.
We've done a lot of fun things. We've practiced the fish philosophy and had fun at Honey Island. We've challenged the students to read. You know, we've really promoted reading at this school.
And one of the things I think that have been effective is we kind of motivate them with a principal's challenge. Last year the committee decided that we would kiss an alligator if they read 50,000 points. They'd look at us in the hall going, "You're going to kiss that gator. You're going to kiss that gator." She's willing to do, you know, whatever it takes for the children.
What I'll miss the most about Honey Island are the people, the staff, the students, the parents. You know, I live in the community, so I hope to see all of them around town for many years to come, and I want to stay involved at least a little bit with some of the programs we've started here. I've always felt proud to say I work for the St. Tammany Parish School System.
All righty, thank you. Give me a hug. Okay, come.
The children love to hug, and I love that. Many days they don't know it. Just that one little hug helps me for the rest of the day. So that was one of the things coming on this level really did help me as a principal because they're so caring and so innocent.
She greets them in the morning when they arrive. When the mothers and dads pull up in the cars and let the kids out, she's standing out there waiting for them. She greets them with a smile and a positive statement for the day.
I feel that every child should be recognized. Every child has a place. Every child is important.
Good morning, Miss Doyle.
So what I decided that if it's your birthday, we make a special announcement in the mornings that happy birthday to that person. And then I take a ribbon out, look that person up, go to the room, and sing happy birthday to them.
Sound off. Happy birthday to you. Enjoy your day and wear your ribbon like a proud Carolyn Park Eagle.
She brings a real sense of family to our school. She created that sense of family when she arrived here, and she's just always somebody you could walk in the door, close that door and sit down and have a real good heart-to-heart conversation with and leave knowing that the door was open for you the next time you came back.
And I have never wanted to go any other place. I absolutely love it here. We are so fortunate. We have parents who support us. I have enjoyed every minute here. Many mornings I get up and for 36 years you're happy to go to work. And I'm happy every morning. I love it.
She's always shown the highest level of professionalism in all of her duties.
I guess I had aspirations of being the principal, and I was encouraged by some of my friends, and I had gotten my certification for administration. I applied and was very lucky to become principal here.
She's brought many good things to our school, including a National Blue Ribbon School of Excellence, and she's been instrumental in so many things.
Because we've included character education, we've included our clean city to where we work on litter, to where our neighborhoods are clean. So there's quite a few different things that have been added to the curriculum that just make the students better, well-rounded citizens.
She has passed that idea of improving your school, your community, and your world down to our students.
I think it's just knowing that the people in this area are so attached to the school. It's the center of this area.
But this year we had a very big challenge. She viewed the devastation of our school and our community, and her biggest goal was to make sure that the Abney parents and the children, teachers, and staff could have Abney open because they had lost so much, and this was going to be their one sign of normalcy. And she worked 24/7 to get that accomplished, and everyone appreciates that so much because we were back in our school. Our children had a place that they felt safe and comfortable. The parents felt good about it. The teachers, the staff, we all wanted to be at Abney, and Ms. Freeman made that possible. So I've been saying she's going to go down in history as bringing Abney back after Hurricane Katrina, and we'll all never forget that.
Just looking forward to a happy retirement.
Thanks for watching this edition of Chalk Talk. For more information about our broadcast schedule, please go to our website at www.stpsb.org. Follow the link to Channel 13. Join us now for the sights and sounds of the PTA Volunteer Luncheon held here at the Instructional Technology Center.
like it forever.